Hello and welcome to the Virtual Cafe, the Segilola Salami Show. I'm your host, Segilola Salami. What can I get you?
Hello. This is Angel Krishna, and I'm a children's book author, and I have 3 books. My 2 children's books right now are on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, Apple, and all those, wonderful outlets. I have the first book is Monkeys and Crocodiles Play Baseball, and the other one is The Googly Goos of Christmas. And my third book is not complete, but it's Gabby's Space Adventure. And, all my books have a great message. They just have this little, I always put the spotlight in there about, sharing your feelings, being honest. The Goo Goo Goose is about helping somebody, be kind, be nice.
Yes.
It's all about just, if you do those things, it will have a ripple effect. And Gabby's Space Adventure is about not letting anybody tell you cannot do anything. And she's a hippo and she wants to go to space. So Gabby's a hippo, wants to go to outer space. And what, a hippo go to outer space? What? Are you kidding me? So, that message is about, hey, I can do anything I want. And I'm not going to let anybody tell me I can't. And it's really about self-confidence. Just in life in general, the kids need to learn that they can do anything, and they can teach adults that they can do anything. And we have to really be confident in front of our kids and really teach them life is really, a challenge, but we can get through this. And if it's all about confidence and believing in yourself. And last, I have a great app that's called Genius Kids. And it's on the Apple Store, iTunes or Android. And I'm telling you, it's the best app because it's about just teaching your young kids early and getting their brains motivated to learn, to use your imagination. Imagination, people forget that, logic will get you from A to B, but imagination will get you everywhere, right? So Einstein, and people don't realize that if their kids can think a little bit more, think, use your imagination, it will get them to that place A, B, C, D, E. Will get them to the end. It will create a tolerance rope that's longer. It will get them that A instead of B, maybe. I mean, they can do so much more if parents just, imagination is lost, I think, today. And I grew up and I was outside for 12 hours a day, just playing in the mud. I was filthy, catching frogs, doing this. And if you saw me today, you would never know it because I've turned into such a girl, but it was such a tomboy. I had so much fun. And my kids today never go outside, right? Unless, hey,
I know.
we have all these electronics and they don't really feel like they have to, but thank God they're in sports because now that gets them outside. So
yes, no, I totally agree with you though, because even though again people see me and they think I'm also a girly girl, no one would know that I climbed trees as a little one.
Yes, we did all that. I played in the dirtiest mud and dirt, and I have done, my kids just don't believe me. They don't think I've done. I said, I'm telling you the truth. And I tell them to ask my sister because I'm the youngest of 8 kids in my family.
Wow, 8. Sorry, what?
Yes, 8 kids. My mom had, and I'm the youngest, but I tell them, you can ask my best friend who lives in Michigan or my sister. I said, they will know I was like this kid that just touched everything. I think that's why I never get a cold or I never get sick, because kids today and the parents never want their kids to touch anything. I'm like, let them crawl on the floor. They need to build an immunity,
Yes.
So it's just one of those things where, I think parents need to just let go a little bit today and kind of take a deep breath and let their kids use their imagination and talk to them and listen to your kids, even if it's the silliest story in the world. And like, so, I always tell my kids when I was little, I'd put little things in a jar, like little word. okay,
Yes.
make up a story about this. Use your imagination. They
Yeah.
pick out a giraffe. Well, they had to tell me a story about a giraffe, or about a basketball, about whatever it was, a bug. And it was so fun. And you can do so much as you drive around. Really, you're driving more than you know. You get tired, and moms get exhausted, and dads get exhausted. And yeah, but make it fun. Download the app, Genius Kids, or make that jar with those little words on it, and pick a word from dictionary and make up a story about it. It's so great. It's educational. It's fun. They love it. And you just have to constantly, I know it's hard. I have teenagers now, and my kids are 15 months apart. So that was even more challenging. And I was exhausted. I maybe got 2 hours of sleep a night.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I'm like, oh. So but now I love it because they're back to back in school. So.
Yes.
And things are, I just love the books that I wrote, and I love the new app that is created with my 2 partners. And it's just, I'm a big believer in, energizing the brain, getting it started early, getting them thinking. If you're getting your child thinking, hey, guess what? That's just going to make them smarter and more common sense. I love a kid with common sense. And it's hard, common sense. I even find the most intelligent people today, and honestly, they don't have any common sense. They're book smart, but where's your where's your street smarts? Where's your common sense? And it's like, it's not there. So this will build.
My mom said common sense is not very common.
Yes, exactly. It's not. And I think because I grew up in such a huge family, but I had to take care of myself. I learned all that. I was cooking for myself, doing my laundry at 10 years old, I think. I was doing all this, but that built, I came out where I just knew, I do it. Now I want to do everything on my own, which I sometimes don't ask for help, but I should. But you know what? You need to let your kids make those mistakes, those errors, those, just let it, you know what? Fine. Just go ahead. You just have to let go, So it's fun. And, kids that think more and use their imagination will develop a great common sense, a great street smart strategies for themselves.
Yes.
And I'm a true believer in that.
No, that's good. Well, when you were saying that, something that kept sort of replaying in my head was something that I'd heard before. You're only limited by your imagination. So I guess if they start getting them developing their imagination now, then it will just sort of set them on the ball rolling for when they're older. And that I think can only be a good thing. So yes, what were you gonna drink? Yeah, we got carried away.
I will take. Let me just do a green tea with honey. That would be perfect.
Okay, what would you like with your green tea?
Just honey is perfect. I'm just a honey. I love honey, and I just put it in my tea all the time, and it just has that extra little sweetness to it.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing then. It's just that because I haven't done any baking. I should do some baking, but then I was thinking that there was just too much sweetness in our life. I mean, I know they say you can't have enough sweetness, but I just thought the little human, she's developing too much of a sweet tooth. So I was hold up on the bacon. So yes, so give her a second. She's gone to the back to do something. Like we were saying, I believe in starting off the little humans quite quickly so that they get used to doing hard work and not sort of waiting for rewards. So she's gone to the back to get out let me see, what is she getting out? We've just got some virtual delivery, so she's got to go and sort out the virtual tea bags and all the others that we've had. Okay, so I hope you're not in a hurry for your virtual drink.
No, take your time. I know I'm always the one that never just orders a simple. My husband hates going to the restaurant with me. He's like, can you just order off the menu, please? Just order off the menu. And I'm like, but you don't understand. I just want it changed a little bit. And he's like, I'm asking you once, just order off the menu. And I'm like, I'm like, fine, I'll order off the menu, but I can't help it at the last minute. I'm like, okay, but minus this, and then minus that, and then just add that. And he looks at me, like, he gives me the look of death, like, oh my God. I'm like, you do it all the time. There's stuff that you do all the time. And yeah, but he gets in trouble a lot. So yeah, I don't let him get away with anything. Oh, my poor husband. Oh my God. He knows how feisty I am, and he is one of those guys. He's very intelligent, but actually intelligent and common sense.
Yes.
He's Indian, as you probably could tell with the last name.
Yes.
But, he's just a great guy, but he's also so deadly honest and such a realist, which kills me. I'm like, a realist sometimes are pessimists. They just say they're a realist when they really are a pessimist. And he's like, no. And he's always calm. I hate that. He's always calm. And I'm like, he's like, no, that's not true at all. I'm a realist. I'm just like to tell people like it is. Like, we don't always want to hear like it is, Rohit. We don't want to hear. Human beings really don't want to hear sometimes the truth.
Yes, please just tell me what I want to hear, not what it really is.
After 20 years of being with my husband, I still, I told him this morning, I said, you've known me for 20 years. The words that are coming out of your mouth is not exactly, I don't want to hear it. I just want to hear exactly, and he's like, well, what I was trying to say is your podcast is just like a phone conversation. It's really not like a big deal. You'll be fine. But he said it totally different before that. I'm like, you know what, Rohit, just go to work. Just go to work. Please. I kicked him out of the house. I said, if you're not at work by the time the phone call comes in, I'm leaving the house. Like, I'm going to do it in my car. I'm going to do the podcast in my car.
Okay, so has he left the house, or are you in your car now?
No, he left because he knew that if he didn't, he'd be in trouble. So.
Oh, dear.
He just gets, I love him to death, but sometimes I'm like, okay, get out of my hair. Just out.
Okay, that's fine. Right, so now I'm actually quite interested about your app, because it was quite interesting that you said it, because prior to you mentioning it, on the show and in your email, it was something that I'd actually been looking, into, and I know that there are a number of providers that let you do free apps for a range of things, or where you can convert your website into a free app that you can publish directly to Google Play and iTunes and all the different ones. So when you were doing your research, I think first question is,
okay,
which app maker did you use? Which one did you settle for, and why?
Well, the reason we named it Genius Kids is because it's an educational app, right? So we're trying to create an app that actually, works with young kids. That's preschool, before preschool, and then into kindergarten. And so, but you know what? It's a catchy name like Genius Kids. Well, you know what? I'm a mom. Maybe I want my kid to be smarter, right? Everybody, every parent wants their kids to be smart and have all these different tools and all these great things about them, right? Because we're biased and, we already think our kids are great, but, we want to have a smart kid. To be honest, we would love being smart is strength. It gives you that ability to do a lot more in life. So, and Genius Kids helps that child. And by the way, I'll send you a free link so you can download it for yourself or your kids and all that. But it gives a good start to help build their brain, make it stronger. And it's like a computer, you're downloading all these, different types of things that you love, these, different apps and these different programs, and all these programs are going into the brain, all these thoughts and colors and these equations that they need to figure out. And these, can you match this with this? What color, what does green and yellow make? What does black and such make? They have to figure all this out, and at a young age it's just fun. It's just getting their brain going.
No, what I was asking is How did you make it?
Oh gosh, okay, maybe I didn't get it last night. Well, how did I make it? Okay, so basically I have two partners, one John Bibin and Raj Ven, and they are in India. Okay. And I met them through my husband. My husband has a medical app and it's doing absolutely fantastic. So these guys work with my husband because they helped create his app. But then when they found out I made or created children's books, they contacted me and we all got together and they're like, what would you think about doing this with us? And what are your thoughts on this? And is there any way you can just basically tell us what should be on the app and we can create it? And it's not easy because I know from just trying, as trying to do some of this, I just said, you know what, it's up to you guys. I mean, they can do it in seconds, right? This is their company. This is what they do for a living. They make apps but I'm telling you, everything is a challenge when it comes to just the part of creating the app, or even you can create a book in a second. I can write it, I can I visualize what I want the images to look like, but when it comes to formatting everything, forget it. I gotta hire somebody, pay money, and it's so difficult. That's the difficult part, but the creating of it and the ideas, it's perfect. But the company is called One Team, and they're in India, and they are great. My two partners are wonderful, and I tell you, the Indian culture itself, they're all about education. So, and they thought I would be perfect for the app, and we threw it around for a couple months, maybe anywhere from 3 to 6 months, and I kept on emailing them, this is number one, do this, what add this, subtract this, I changed my mind on this, add this. And it finally came about. We do have to add a couple more things, but that's what we're doing probably every other month, adding something new.
Okay. Right. Okay. So basically, it's not like a template. So I know that very well of free app makers where you literally just go upload to your website and they convert it as app. So I guess yours is a nice custom made one then.
Okay, so we need to repeat that because it
your app, your Genius Children, it's not one of those, just upload your website. It's a nice custom made one.
It's a definitely custom made. It's they're gonna pay, I believe it's $1.99, but my goal is to make, it's $1.99 right now, I believe. But the thing is, my goal is, I always like putting the app, doing a special little, free app download around the holidays, like Thanksgiving and then Christmas. But I want to definitely get that out there soon, because when people travel, their goal is to have this to try to have the easiest traveling, road trip, plane, whatever.
Yeah.
So it helps. I think it helps the parents for me to actually have these free downloads.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I may do something in the next, like come Monday or Tuesday. I'll think about it over the weekend, talk to my guys, and run a special for, for 1 to 48 hours, you have a free download. Please download the, blah, blah, blah. Email, maybe if they submit their email address, so I can get an email group going, and they can get a free app. So I will definitely, and I always do that even with my books, I run something around holiday, all that.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds interesting.
It is.
Right.
It's great. It's great.
Okay, so how do you get publicity, other than coming on the podcast show? How do you get publicity for your apps? I mean, how are people taking it?
Well, so far, I mean, I'm doing all social media, getting that there by all my social media outlets. I mean, that's all I can basically the big thing today is social media. So I'm constantly putting an article regarding, the positive effects of educational apps. So I put the article on there with our link, and I'll put something, so it's on, Facebook, and I have Twitter and LinkedIn, and now I'm going to be making some phone calls to some corporations and some clubs, preschools and all that. But I will do that probably next week. And that's just, you have to keep on it. You have to keep on calling and calling.
Yeah,
it's a constant process, but you have no choice. If you want to succeed, you can't, give up.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fabulous. Fabulous. That's quite interesting. So, how do you think having this app has made a difference to you?
Well, it's made a difference where I know that people who have the app and who downloaded the app for their kids have really said that it's helped them, the moms itself or the dads, they feel the kids are enjoying it, and they ask if they can actually have the iPad I want to play Genius Kid, and
wow.
Yeah, and it's just such a nice, after all this work, or it's challenging, when you write a book. You've written children's books, and
yes,
challenge towards it, right? With it, there's a challenge, and you're like exhausted at some point, and you're like, oh. And then finally someone's like, oh my gosh, I get a feedback of like, my kid loves it, and they're asking, can we, I need to play Genius. Can I have the app? Can I have the iPad?
Yes.
Android,
Yeah.
So it's just kind of nice, and it's rewarding that the feedback I'm getting on it, because it is educational, but it's a fun tool. And
yes.
I just love it. I mean, I'm loving when I hear something like that. And, you feel like your hard work is paid off.
Yes, yes.
It's frustrating, every author and person who creates something, there's that frustration, there's that moment where you're just like, oh God, I just don't know if I can do this anymore. I mean, you have that like, you just want to scream and just freak out, because you're like, no one knows who I am. I'm tired of this. But I work so hard, and just like, you get it, right? Everybody loves, to be noticed, and we're just human beings, right? We love to be loved. We love some type of recognition, and that's just human nature. But when you work hard at something, no matter what anybody does, I mean, we just love it. That's why, like, just say hi to somebody, maybe a smile, maybe open the door. I don't know what it is. Just do something once a day, and it's kind of cool, and I'm not that, hey, I will say something if someone's really bugging me, or they, I stick up for myself, but I try to just constantly do something to help someone. And if it's as little as, opening the door for somebody carrying their groceries to the car because someone I think is 80 some or 90 years old and no one's helping them, I stop. I really do go out. Let me help you with that, So it's just, if you could just do something once a day, it's great. And I try to teach my kids that too. And the message is in my books as well. And the app is helping children today to develop their brain and make them smarter.
Yes. Okay, no, that's fabulous. Okay, so to remind me again, what are the titles of your books?
Oh, your little sugar bug. She's not happy.
No, she's not. Again, she's like, I'm too little. You should have been making me do manual labor.
How dare she? Oh my God. What?
I'm only one going on 100. I shouldn't do manual labor.
I know. I mean, where's the people that are supposed to be here cleaning my floors right now? I don't have them. My husband's like, are you crazy? I'm like, he's like, oh, I just wish. Sometimes I'm like, I just wish I had a chef. Like.
Oh my God, I want one too. No, actually, you know what? I would like a chef. I would like a massage of masseuse. Because I think it's
no, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm cooking all the time. I cook every night, and I drive everywhere. That's why I'm an Uber mom. And then I don't get tips from them. I made a tip jar, nothing. I don't get, okay, Mom, make sure you're not late when you pick me up. I'm like, oh my God, I just drove you every single day this week. And now all you can say is don't be late. I just, it's so hard to be a mom sometimes, or a parent. It's like, because we're cooking, we're cleaning, we are hearing feedback that we don't want to hear about. The food is not that great tonight, Mom. What did you do? What did you do different? I'm like, what? Nothing. I'm tired. What do you mean? What did I do different? So it's just, we're doing the laundry. It's just, we have all these hats that we wear. And I'm telling you, if we got paid, there was a survey, or like somebody did some research that moms would get paid $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
If we actually got a check, they averaged us to make about $250 a year.
That sounds good.
I know, because it's true though. We do need all this money. I mean, for everything that we do, and then deal with our husbands when they come home. Oh, I'm hungry. Not that, hello, how are you? I'm hungry. I'm starving. I skipped lunch today.
Yeah.
That's not my problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not. I'm like, okay, got it. 10-4.
That's quite interesting. Okay, so if people need to contact you or get in touch with you, how can they do so?
Oh, my Facebook page, and I have a website, and so my Facebook is Angel Krishna. If you just, or Angel Krishna Storybooks, or even Angel Krishna, and then my website is adkstorybooks.com. Really easy. A is an apple, D is an door, K is an kite. Storybooks.com.
Yeah.
All those out on Twitter, they can find me at Angel Krishna 2. It's so easy, and my name is not really that common, so I come up pretty much really quickly. So, it's not common, but it's odd for. I am quite a bit of a strange bird in the house. I always try to make my kids laugh, but it's I laugh more than they do at my own jokes. So,
how do you spell the Krishna?
Krishna. Krishna.
Okay. So on Twitter, you're Angel Krishna number 2. Figure 2.
Yeah. Angel Krishna 2, the number 2.
Okay.
And you find me Facebook and my website. It's all there. Anytime they go to one of those outlets, I have all my links on there. And Genius Kid is iTunes. Genius Kid. It's iTunes.apple.com US. So even if they go on iTunes, they'll put in Genius Kid. They'll find it.
Okay.
And, I will make sure, though, I will send you a free link to the app. And then also I'll send you notification when I have it for free too. Okay,
perfect. I will put it in the description as well. But it's definitely been a pleasure having you on the show.
It was great. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really do appreciate it. You have a lot going on, and you really took out time to speak to me, which is, I think, great. And, I have so much respect for what you do, and I really feel that you really reached out to me, and I truly thank you for that.
My pleasure, and thank you for honoring my invitation.
Oh, thank you. I know I wasn't as exciting as the other girl, but you know what? If you actually visited me, you'd be like, oh my God, this person's crazy. But I'm trying to be that kind of normal right now. That normal.
Normal is outdated. Who wants to be normal?
Normal's outdated. I guess I'm trying to be a little bit less crazy as I usually am. But my kids are like, my husband thinks I'm actually crazy, but he's not bored. I said, you're not bored, right? So there you go.
Yes. And like, just for the record, you're meant to embarrass your kids. That's your job.
Yes, exactly.
So don't let them tell you otherwise.
I know. my kids are just, they think their mom is nutty, but they also love me. And I make them laugh as much as I can. So.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Right.
Okay.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you. Let's go and get this little human food. What's the time now? It's 5 o'clock in London. The sun is out. You know, she's lying on the floor thinking, "Oh my gosh, this woman, hurry up and feed me."
Thank you. And all I can say is you're doing such a great job out there, and I appreciate everything.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please deliver a review on iTunes. You know how these iTunes reviews are very important. Everyone who does it, you know, it just helps boost the show. And hopefully one day you'll be like, oh yes, I was on the Segilola Salami Show. I was there.
I'll be like, oh my God, I was on her show. And now she's like, well, so famous she can't talk to us, but
I was there at the beginning.
You're just growing and growing. No. You are just an amazing woman. And I think that women literally, I mean, something that you're doing, you're going forward, you're creating an atmosphere for women out there, which I love.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, there was this episode of The Voice, and I don't know if you know this musician will.i.am, and then he had to go, I'm blushing, right? Because, like, you know, I'm so dark skinned, you can't see me, so I have to tell you that I'm blushing. So yes, I'm blushing.
Oh my gosh, I love The Voice. I love The Voice. Oh my God. I'm like one of those people. I watch like Survivor, and here I am. I'm like, I'm gonna go. I tell my family, we're all watching it, and I'm like, okay, I am gonna try out for that show one day.
Yeah.
And they look at me like, are you crazy? You'll never make it. You'll be like the first person voted off before the vote actually took place. Like, Mom, you won't be able to do it. You like to sleep. You like your naps. You can't stand. You can't stand, you know, all this. They'll not, like, they look at me like, I said, oh, thanks for the confidence. Thanks for the confidence. You know, it's hilarious. They look at me like I'm an alien from another, you know, planet. I'm like, I can do it. But
yeah, you just have to do it now just to show them.
I know. One day I'm like, oh God, I'm not eating, and then of course that's an easy way to lose weight, though, I guess.
Well, you know, being overweight is overrated, right? To not eat food, I don't think so.
I'm like, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. I work out every day, but it's not enough. It's like easy to gain, hard to lose. So,
yeah.
But what do you do?
Yeah, you just have to keep at it. Well, thank you very much. And everyone that's listening, thank you for coming in. And we will catch you again next week on the Segilola Salami Show. Hi.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, bye now.